everyone, it's Chris Shan with 3 quick lessons from nature for the Innovator's Toolbox. So I have no idea how the audio is going to come out standing out here surrounded by the ocean and the crashing of the waves, but we'll give it a go. So the first lesson, obviously, just standing out here and listening to the ocean, you realize how small and insignificant you are and just how much work it takes to have a lasting impact, to make a world-changing impact. And so I think a lot of founders and entrepreneurs want to change the world. And when you stand out here, it puts into perspective just how hard that proposition can be. So that's the first lesson. I think that's kind of an obvious one, but getting yourself out in nature and putting things into perspective with the world around you can certainly help reshape and rebalance how you see things. The second lesson is, if you look at the crashing of the oceans, and if, for those who have gone surfing, trying to get out past the shoreline, past the waves, all this pressure, the first few steps, the first few paddles are always the hardest. And if you look way out there, it's peaceful, it's still. They call it the Pacific for a reason. And so the beginning of any journey is always the hardest. Getting started is hard. Starting up this YouTube channel is hard. But the goal is to work your way and persevere out, because the journey does get easier. And then the third lesson is about the constant crashing of waves on the beach. So if you've ever built a sandcastle, you know that things do not last. Things are not enduring forever. And if you look at the number of Fortune 500 companies that were around 50 years ago, it's something, a small percentage of that are still on the list today. And so there's always new threats, new forces, the crashing of the waves. There's always new demands, and the environment changes, the world around, the shoreline, on the beach. The sandcastle that you build today will not last forever, and so you have to diversify, rethink your strategies, refortify, move, pivot, go upshore. There are a lot of various analogies that you can place about transporting yourself out of an environment. So those are my 3 lessons from nature. We'll see how the audio turns out on this recording, and I'll see you guys next time.